Thanks for sharing that. And I got to
No,
ask.
I appreciate you asking that. No one's ever asked me a question like that.
But I got to ask you, let's continue with this, because too many people, and I want to know if you agree or disagree, but too many people just start dancing without stretching. You know, when you go play basketball, you got to stretch. But you hype the crowd, but nobody's stretching prior to trying to do the Cupid shuffle or to do the any other dance you do. But at the end of the day, I would recommend some stretches prior to going to hear DJ Montego, because I don't want you calling in sick to work the next day saying Montego had it going.
And that's what I love it. Because guess what? This past weekend, I was 3 days DJing straight, morning to night, and I could not walk almost. My back was so like, oh my goodness. Because I'm not one of those sit-down DJs. I did not understand. DJs who sit down, I don't understand. You can't groove the crowd if you're not grooving. So if I'm moving, I get tired, but hey, I want you to have a good time.
DJ Montego's my guest, ESPN Radio 101.7 The Team. Atlanta, Georgia is being represented by DJ Montego. So let's go here, DJ. I want to stay with dancing because this is my opinion. And the nice thing about it is we all have one, right? So when it comes to dancing, people say Fred Astaire, right? And then they say Michael Jackson's the greatest dancer of all time. And then Bobby Brown. Back to the bridge, it's Brown, right? And then I start to think, okay, Hammer could bring it. He could dance, right? And then, then New Edition, my gosh, of anybody, but Bobby Brown was probably the best dancer in New Edition. That's just my opinion. But the number one dancer for me, and Usher can dance, Timberlake can dance, they can all dance. There's no one better than Chris Brown when it comes to dancing. No one better than Chris Brown.
You know, it's funny. And I'm going to tell you why I chuckled about MC Hammer. I'm a big MC Hammer fan. Some people are like, Montego, what in the world?
Well, you're too legit to quit. You're too legit to quit, Montego.
See, that's the thing. Hammer even had, that's right, he was down for the Falcons. See, anybody down for any of our teams, I'm down for you almost anyway. So, but yeah, Hammer, but he was a true entertainer. And he danced.
I agree.
And he didn't just dance. He had all his whole team dancing just like him. So, but actually a few years ago, I was talking to someone who was trying to figure that out, who's better. And I'll be honest with you, I have to give it to Chris Brown for, that type of dancing. But I'm going to tell you who's a beast at dancing. If they were able to be at the age of like a Chris Brown, they would have been better than him. So I'm time traveling and imagining him young doing this time. And that would have been Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, and don't forget, Montego, James Brown, one of my favorite artists of all time, no joke. And to me, James Brown, the guy, even Mike Jackson credits him. They all credit him, right? But I think people forget what James Brown was doing at that time, right? He was in sync with the horns. He was in sync with the drums and the bass. And for me, James Brown would be number 2. I go Chris Brown 1, James Brown 2, Bobby Brown 3, Mike Jackson 4. And I know people don't want to hear that.
Oh, my goodness. I would say, you almost, you're trying to do some kind of suicide thing there.
I'm gonna get it.
Mike Jackson's my boy, period. He's done amazing kind of dance moves.
I agree. But here's my thing. If you want to go to Mike Adams 2.0's Instagram and tell me who your favorite dancer is. That's your quiz for today, your homework. And it's okay. You can tell me Michael Jackson 1 and Bobby Brown 7 if you want. It's up to you.
But let's see who's number 1.
Yeah, we'll see from the people who's number 1. But I saw the tribute that Chris Brown did to Michael Jackson. It was the most phenomenal thing. I thought he had choreographed those moves so perfect. It was like watching Michael Jackson.
Well, he is the image of him. That's what I'm saying. I don't take nothing for Chris Brown. Chris Brown's a multi-talent, So I'm not most definitely won't take anything from him. Nigga, right now I put him as number one. I would. And if you don't mind, I like the question you gave for them. You had another question, the question you gave for me about their top five.
What's in your iPod? Yeah.
Right. Because I could be able to take some of that information and be like, oh, okay, let me try this. I'm not ashamed to learn from people.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's in my iPod, and I don't know if you asked or not, but I'm going to give you my five of what's in my iPod. Is that fair, Montego?
That's most definitely. I apologize because I didn't ask.
Yo, but I'm glad you did. You brought it up, and now I'm going to run with it. Is that fair?
That's fun.
And this is what's currently in it. This is what's in it right now. What I listened to yesterday and today. So I'm going to start it off with the Gap Band. Outstanding.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Then I've been listening to Alice in Chains. Here Comes the Rooster. Okay. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to take you back. I was listening to Tina Marie, Square Biz.
You got a pilot on you. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You ready? Number two, and I turned it up loud, too.
Okay.
Roddy Ricch in the Tiny Desk.
That's what's up.
Oh, man, that was my number two. And number one, I was blasting them this morning. None other than the greatest of all time, number one of all musicians, Francis Albert Sinatra. So that was my five in my iPod.
That's how you do it. Wait, that's how you do it. That's how you end it. That's awesome right there. You know what? I'm jealous.
DJ Montego.
I'm going to play that now. I'm going to play that today.
I love it. Montego's my guest. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. Google him. Follow him. Get some of his mixes. He hypes up the whole Atlanta crowd. We're on ESPN Radio 101.7, The Team. Now, you're kind of an entrepreneur. You get involved with everything. And I thought it was kind of cool. I got to ask you, what's your favorite spice? Is it sugar and spice, or is everything nice?
No, it's Montego's original special seasoning. It's my seasoning. It's my favorite.
And here's what's interesting, Montego. You put a little seasoning on that music. See, because you're mixing, you're matching. And I think of all the DJs I've seen, and in order to put that seasoning on it, it takes someone special.
Give a little spice. Add spice to life.
I like it. You know what? It might be DJ Montego adding spice to life.
You know, you're awesome.
No, I like that, Montego. Well,
because I do all of that.
Give me the DJ that most inspired you.
You know what? Actually, I was asked that question before, and actually I said, DJ Magic Mike was for me.
He was, yeah, big time.
It's serious because, that was real South. He was a Southern DJ. Well, and not DJ. I meant to say DJ Magic. Yeah, DJ Magic Mike. I said that.
Yeah.
He came with the drop, that bass and everything, and that cutting and scratching was unbelievable. Transform. I was like, all right now. I was like, that's how you do it, But when it came to the legend, Jam Master Jay, of course, that was the beginning. So, and I got to see him live in the beginning side. So I got to experience how he had that force as a DJ. Like when that scratch came out of those speakers, and it's like, I was like, oh my goodness. I felt the power.
Oh,
so I knew
sure.
that it had to be unbelievable on the other side. So yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Jam Master Jay and Magic Mike.
Yeah, incredible artist. Listen, the next time I'm down in Atlanta, I don't want to have to wait in any lines. Listen, when I see your name headlining, I don't know whose name you need to give me or whose name I need to drop. But I can't be waiting in a line, DJ Montego, because when you perform, they come out, man.
You don't have to wait in lines with me. You got my number. Like you have a bunch of people's numbers. I listen. I know you know a lot of people. So I'm just one of the little few that that's going to be there one day. I'm pushing.
Hey, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I wish you nothing but the best. And thanks for spending some time. I love music. And when I heard DJ Montego was down in Buckhead, I got a phone call right away and said, hey, I'm right next to Montego. Let me put that call in. And I'm glad we connected. I'll probably be down in Atlanta within the next 2 months. I'll call you. And maybe let's just get in the studio. Let's just get in the studio. And here's the thing. I don't sing, I don't rap, I don't do much. But what I do is I absorb the music.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. That's right. That's the best thing to do. Because you get to live it. You get to feel it.
That's all.
You get to disappear.
Montego, I'm going to say still Atlanta. But now that I know you, I might be able when I get in there and say, hey, the ATL's off the charts.
That's right. You come hang out. We're going to have a wonderful time. Most definitely when you come here, you let me know. We're going to have a wonderful time.
DJ, take care. Be safe. I appreciate you, man. Give
quick.
Give everybody your handle. That's
what I was about to say. You can most definitely go to djmontego.com. Now, I do go live at 888-WHRD.com. That's the number. It's 888-WHRD.com. You'll see me live. We're broadcasting this weekend. And then, really, Montego's Herbs and Seasonings.com. That's how you can get my seasonings. I do cook a lot. So, you know what? I appreciate. Let me say one more address. IamMontego.com. That gets you everywhere.
Man, I need a CB. I need a CB to keep up with all those handles.
See, that's the thing. So in the end, just go to IamMontego.com.
Hey, go take care of yourself, man. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
No, I appreciate you. I really do. This just gave me another at least 4 or 5 years of life added to my life. So I appreciate you. You and your